Hey everybody, I'm Scott Wikle. You're listening to My Kind of Country. Thanks for joining us on a Monday night. My special guest tonight, this is actually his very first solo album, but he has been on my show before with a fabulous group called the Twilight Drifters. And tonight he's presenting his first project called Night Honky Tonk Man. I'll tell you what, this is some great real country music mixed with some rockabilly in there. It's just kind of reminiscent of that good old Bakersfield sound. Fabulous stuff. And he's written every song on this project, and he's here to talk with us about it tonight. We're going to play some of the songs for you. It's my pleasure to welcome Geoffrey Miller to My Kind of Country. Jeff, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me, Scott. Appreciate it.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you back on the show again. Well, the first thing I got to compliment you on is your album cover. You know, it's kind of that retro LP looking thing, and I'll tell you what, I love that you did that with your other album too, and I really like that.
Well, thank you. Yeah, the artist that presented that to me, his name's Shorty Poole at Atomic Swag, and he showed me the album cover, and initially I was like, I wasn't sure, but then I realized how cool it was, and it's gotten great reviews, the album cover, and in addition to the music.
Well, absolutely, and that's one of the things I like about you is you definitely pay tribute to the old sound and keeping the tradition alive. And part of that is those album covers. You know, there's so many cool album covers from back in the day, and it's nice to be able to see those in modern times. You know.
Definitely, yeah. I love the old art, and I love the classic look. And Shorty did a great job on that album cover. I'm really happy with it.
Absolutely. You've been getting great reviews on this, and this album was named the Honky Tonker of the Month for December of last year in the Country Music People magazine. So that's really cool.
Yeah, I was really happy about that, and it's my first solo album, and to get that kind of accolades from a magazine, gave it 5 stars, and called me Honky Tonker of the Month for December 2020, and then just recently got named number 6 on 2020's Best Albums by the Country Music People magazine. So I'm very happy with that, and thank Country Music People many times. Many thanks.
Absolutely. Well, it's well deserved, no doubt about it. Well, before we get into talking about the songs on this project, give me a little bit of your background. What are some of your biggest influences, and tell me a little bit about your songwriting too.
Well, this album really encapsulates a lot of my personal background in music. I started playing country music before I got into rockabilly. In fact, country music was my first love as a child, and going back to when I was real little, Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, and Merle Haggard were, they're my favorites when I was a kid. And I just draw a lot on this album. I draw upon a lot of those roots, and kind of got back to what I first loved about music. So I was really proud that I wrote every song on the album. My songwriting, I just try to write what's real, what's from the heart, and just put it out there, and I think if it's real and it's true, as the adage goes, 3 quarts in the truth, people will connect with it, and I believe that's happened so far.
Absolutely. And where are you from originally, Jeff?
Well, I'm from California, Sacramento, California, that is, and that's another aspect. I feel like there's a identity in California and California's contribution to country music and rockabilly that I'm also trying to represent. And Bakersfield is a big part of that. And as you mentioned, I've got some Bakersfield sounding tracks on the album, and I hope that comes through.
Yeah, absolutely, it does, and I love your rockabilly side too. We had you on the show. We did a feature on the Twilight Drifters project, and tip of the hat to our buddy Al Hendricks. He was responsible for getting us in touch, and I'll tell you what, that's walking music history right there with Al Hendricks.
Speaking of Bakersfield, a legend. Never stop rocking, he always tells me.
That's right.
That. Never stop rocking.
That's right. He is the best. He's a good friend, and I stay in touch with him. And man, he's incredible, no doubt about it. Well, again, as I mentioned earlier, the album is called All Night Honky Tonk Man, Geoffrey Miller. It's available at jeffreymillermusic.com. and we will have that information on our Facebook page for you as well. And Jeff, I want to ask you about a couple songs that are kind of favorites of mine. Then I'd like to have you tell me some of your favorites on this. But one of the ones, and I love the title, is called "Couldn't Think Outside the Jukebox."
Yeah, that is kind of a story song, but it is a reference to all of my favorite old honky tonk country songs in the jukebox, and how a lot of them inspire you to drink at the bar, which is a lot of fun. But when you have a broken heart, sometimes that can lead you down the precarious path, and you might find relief for a short while, or maybe until you wake up the next morning with a headache. But those songs can lead you right into that kind of behavior, and it's a lot of fun. But the song is about couldn't think outside the jukebox. I mean, the jukebox told me to drink all night, and I still got that heartache the next day or after closing time.
Well, I like that song a lot, and that's the thing about country music. It's real life. People put to music, as Freddie Hart always said, and you've certainly captured that with your songwriting. What kind of inspires you as a songwriter? Do things just kind of come to you, or is it based on real life experiences?
It's a combination of everything. I definitely draw upon real experiences and my own relationships and experiences playing in bars and spending time in honky tonks and dive bars that I've played at over the years.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a lot of fun. And then some of it, it's imagination. So it's a combination of of those things. But every one of the songs has an element of truth to it, as I said, and it's really all of them come from some form of personal experience or memory of mine. So
very cool.
That's it.
Very cool. Another song that I really like is called "The First Thing I Wrote About You."
Yeah, that one is one of the truest ones. So that's it's kind of a fun song, but it's you go through your breakup and in mine in particular, I was always kind of it was always noted I hadn't written a love song yet. Well, I didn't get to it fast enough, but it's a song about the first thing I wrote about a significant other was a Cheatin song, which is it's a little bit of a gotcha, I guess.
Yeah, a staple in country music, no doubt about it. Well, folks, we are talking to Geoffrey Miller. His brand new album is called All Night Honky Tonk Man, available at jeffreymillermusic.com, along with his other great projects as well with the Twilight Drifters. And Jeff has written every single song on this album, 12 cuts on here, folks. And Jeff, tell me about a few of the songs that kind of stand out for you.
And in addition to the ones you mentioned there, I do like the First Thing I Wrote About You. I think it's a fun song. Another one that I'm proud of is Haunted Home, which is kind of a lonesome heartbreak song about someone who's roaming their own house and is mistaken for a ghost by people that come to the house, across that pass by the porch and see the person inside. And so it is a sad song, but it's also kind of sort of almost funny too. And I'm proud of it because I'm proud of the songwriting, but also it's got a Travis Toy on steel guitar, and Travis Toy is a pretty renowned Nashville steel player. His list of people he's played with is pretty prestigious. But last I heard, he's playing with Rascal Flatts. But also on his list are Garth Brooks and Patty Loveless, and just a list of others. And so he did some great steel work on that song. So I'm proud of that one. And then going to my rockabilly side, I like the Heartache Continental, which is sort of a nod to the Memphis sound of the 50s, and it's got that sort of rhythm. And style of guitar playing, but the lyrics and the content of the lyrics are sort of a country song, so it's sort of a mix.
you mentioned one of the great players on here, and of course you're doing the electric and acoustic guitar in this. You're an excellent player. And my buddy Scott Joss from Merle Haggard's Strangers is playing on a couple tracks too.
Absolutely, yes. I'm very proud and honored to have Scott on the album. He played on the one you mentioned, Couldn't Think Outside the Jukebox, as well as a song called Honky Tonk Sin, and did just some great fiddle work on there. And I got the tracks from him, and it was just amazing. The level of musicianship that he brings. And so, very thankful to have Scott.
And Deke Dickerson put this all together for you. Another fantastic musician and very well known in the music industry and top notch, no doubt.
Absolutely. I can't thank Deke Dickerson enough. Worked with him numerous times over the years in my rockabilly band. He's recorded the Twilight Drifters several times, and then in this one, he mixed this album for me. And just really added his expert, ear and touch to the sound, and kind of really did a great job on bringing out the stylistic quality I was looking for.
Well, I know we're, obviously crazy times going on with getting out there and performing, but what's on tap for you as far as promoting this project?
Yeah, that's a challenge right now since there's not a lot of live music happening. So I've just tried to find ways online and social media to keep promoting the album and just keeping it out there in people's minds, hopefully. So that's my immediate strategy, but I'm looking forward to getting out and actually performing the material.
GeoffreyMillerMusic.com is the website, folks. The album is called All Night Honky Tonk Man, and we're going to play some of those great songs for you right now. And Jeff, as always, I want to thank you for taking the time to be on My Kind of Country, and thank you for this great music.
Thank you, Scott. Really appreciate it.
All right, that's Geoffrey Miller with My Kind of Country. Here's some great music from All Night Honky Tonk Man as we continue with My Kind of Country. Jeff, thanks again.
Thank you.
Well, the first thing I wrote about you was a cheating song. Second was a goodbye letter, 2 words long. Third was your name on a postcard put back in San Antonio. But the first thing I wrote about you was a cheating song. Well, we started out a love song so tender and sweet, but you begged me to write you so impatiently. Well, I thought I had the ending, but I guess I took too long. 'Cause by the last verse, darling, you already did me wrong. So fourth was your name and number on a bathroom wall, then a signature at the bar with your credit card. Yeah, I stayed out all last night and I sure had a ball. But the first thing I wrote about you was a cheating song. Sure did. Bicker in between us went on and on about who paid the bills and who mowed the lawn. And for every lie you told, honey, I made a mental law. But the first thing I wrote about you was a cheating song. Well, we started out a love song so tender and sweet, but you begged me to write you so impatiently. So I dug down real deep and I strummed on my guitar, and I sang about your lying, dirty scheming heart. The papers from the lawyers went back and forth, and the checks I wrote to pay got me broke. I finally signed over half of everything out, but the first thing I wrote about you was a cheating song. Yeah, the first thing I wrote about you was a cheating song. I hear by the altar that a man can end up real deep by getting real tight and forgetting what's right in a honky-tonk dream instead of praying to the Lord on his knees. The preacher said, son, there's only one reason if you've been too drink. He said, honky-tonk souls keep the fires aglow in the devil's den, thanks to lying, cheating, fighting, and whiskey drinking. My dear, she said I'd falter, then lie in the morning. 'Cause sometimes them girls looking for a world to a swinging country beat want more than a dancing lead. No, it's wrong, but there, that cheating is just destiny. She said honky-tonk souls keep the fires aglow in the devil's den, thanks to lying, cheating, fighting, and whiskey drinking. Warned and advised to quit many times, they keep on burning. They say hell would freeze over if it weren't for honky-tonk sin. Oh, the fear of my mama, how she cried out of worry. 'Cause they're quick to slug when they've had a jug of bourbon whiskey, and stars would be all I'd see. She said, son, the way you're living will be the death of me. Because honky-tonk souls keep the fires aglow in the devil's den, thanks to lying, cheating, fighting, and whiskey drinking. Warned and advised to quit many times, they keep on burning. They say hell would freeze over if it weren't for honky-tonk. Yeah, hell would be much colder if it weren't for honky-tonk sin. They say I live in a haunted home. Through the window, neighbors see a figure on an apparition answers the front door. Now the mailman won't come here anymore, but I just see your memory in every room I go, and pictures there of you and me in a life I used to know. Oh, but children won't pass by my front porch. They say I live in a haunted home. At night you can hear an awful moan of a poor tortured soul who can't move on. A possession by the bottle last night took hold, and they say I live in a haunted home. just see your memory in every room I go. Now living here is only me, as far as I know. Then this morning in the mirror, I think I seen a ghost. Things sure have gotten strange here since you've gone. They say I live in a haunted home. Knew a better way to mend a heartache than drinking away sorrow all night long. There's rebounds and leaving town on a fast train, but my mind's stuck in a honky tonk, leaning on the window of a jukebox, looking through the names one by one. That needle hit the wax as my coin dropped, and I'm in the paradigm of a drinking song. And my beer filled up with tears over all your tender years, and I never felt more like singing the blues. I ordered just one more, driving nails in my coffin door, on a stool fit for a king of fools. Well, I knew I hit the bottom, I got let down by the bottle. I couldn't think outside the jukebox to get you off my mind. Daddy said, son, just turn around and walk away. If you ever feel a hurt inside that strong. And Mama said, honey, get down on your knees and pray. If I ever find out she has done you wrong. But I heard A11 and the wheels fell off the wagon, and I thought that I was only born to lose. Had heartaches by the number, ordered one more than another, and I walked the floor moaning the blues. Now all I've got left is a headache and a aching in my heart at closing time. I might have figured out a better way, but I couldn't think outside the jukebox to get you off my mind. I knew I hit the bottom, I got let down by the bottom. I couldn't think outside the jukebox to get you off my mind. I couldn't think outside the jukebox to get you off